Hello everyone, how are you guys doing today? I'm here in Melbourne and it is extremely hot in an extremely hot day here today, 31 degrees. So today I am gonna be discussing a very important topic, which is dealing with competitors in the SVG industry. So if this is something that's been on your mind, that you have been struggling with, thoughts about competitors and how to deal with them, then stay tuned for today's video. So for those of you who are new here, I am Jab from Cut and Make Crafts and the founder of the SVG Superstar Business Coaching Program. And I'm here to help crafters with a full-time job make extra cash on the side from selling SVG cut files by just working 1 to 2 hours a day. All right, so let's get started. So this other day I got a question from one of the crafters saying, how will I be successful when there are already so many designers out there? And the SVG industry is so saturated, etc., etc. How am I going to be successful? How is anybody who's going to start now going to be successful in creating and selling SVG cut files, making a full-time income? So how do you deal with this kind of situation? So it's very simple. It's a very simple mindset change that you need to do to be able to get over this kind of thoughts, these kind of thoughts. So the mindset that you need to start cultivating is the abundance mindset. So I'm not sure if you guys have heard about it. This is what I am going to be talking about in today's video. What is an abundance mindset? How to use this mindset to build your SVG business, and how to build an abundance mindset. How to train your mind to start thinking abundantly. All right, so this is a very healthy way of dealing with competitors, of dealing with the saturated market. If you're thinking the market is too saturated. All right, so the term abundance mindset was actually coined in around 1800s by Stephen Covey in his book, which is called The 7 Habits of Highly Successful People. It's a book that's on my list. I haven't had the chance to read it yet, but I've heard amazing reviews about this book. So if you're looking for a book to read these days, this is the book I would recommend checking out. So it's basically, the abundance mindset is an idea that there are enough resources and enough possibilities for everyone out there, and it stems from a place of gratitude, right? Like the belief that the world is full of possibilities and opportunities. Everyone can be successful. We don't need this kind of competitive, negative competitive energy around us to be successful. Every single person can be successful because there is so many resources out there, right? So once you start looking at the world from an abundance mindset, you'll see that you look at others as potential collaborators rather than competitors, right? Like if you see a ton of other SVG designers out there, you can team up with them to launch a bundle, right? To launch an SVG bundle where each of you contribute 1 or 2 designs, and then you can cross promote the bundle to your audience. So designer A promotes your stuff to their audience, and then you promote their stuff to your audience, and then you can help in building each other's audience rather than you just sitting there thinking like, oh my gosh, she's here's another designer, and nobody's gonna buy my designs, and I'm never gonna be successful. There are so many designers out there. So it really helps in looking at things in a positive way, and it really helps you with your growth as well. So once you it also helps you in taking action, because you become more receptive towards new ideas and opportunities. Like, you know, once you start thinking in a positive way, your ears are like the horse's ears, always when they're like looking, when they're actively listening, their ears are constantly moving like this. So once you are pumped up, you're all positive, you have this energy. Oh, I have to do this. Oh, that's the new idea, I should jump on that. Oh, there's so many opportunities out there. You get really excited once you start thinking abundantly. Like, for example, there's Karen, and we all know Karens are always talking about, like, it has been established, Karens are like always negative. Sorry, Karens, but I just this is a popular example, so I'm just gonna use that. So there's Karen, and she's all like, nah, selling SVGs is not gonna work, there's too much competition, blah blah blah, there are new designers popping up everywhere, how am I gonna make money, who's gonna buy my designs, it's not gonna work, it's just a crappy idea, nobody's gonna buy. So there's that kind of mindset. And on the other hand, you have Sarah, and Sarah's all like, there are so many different types of SVGs that I can make. There are so many crafters looking for SVGs. If you look at how much Cricut has grown over the years, like their customer base is just growing and growing and growing. And if you look at the number of cutting machine companies that have been popping up in these past couple of days, you have Glowforge, which is a laser cutting machine company. So there are, and if you look at the projections for the cutting machine industry, in just a couple of years, by 2026, SVG industry is gonna be worth billions of dollars. So if you just look at those facts and figures, which are real figures, like if you just go to Cricut's Instagram account and look at the number of followers they have, like that alone should tell you, like, there are so many customers, potential customers out there. There's so many crafters out there, and it's not just like you need to create one kind of SVG. There are like so many different categories of SVGs that you can design. For example, you can make cards, you can make cake toppers, you can make text-based designs for t-shirts, you can make gift boxes, you can make flowers. The list just goes on. You can make tumbler SVGs, you can make mug SVGs. The list is just endless. So if you start looking at things abundantly, you're gonna see so many opportunities, and it's just gonna boost you, it's just gonna motivate you to get out there and do the work. And the opposite of the abundance mindset is the scarcity mindset. Now here's the thing, listen very carefully. As someone working a full-time job at a company with hierarchies, it's very easy to fall prey to the scarcity mindset, which in turn prevents you from thinking abundantly when it comes to your SVG business. So we have been programmed to think with a scarcity mindset. Like when you're working in a company, there's only one CEO position, there's only one branch manager position. So we are, and once you're working with under a company for years and years, and you're struggling to get a promotion to get to that one position, your brain just starts getting programmed in that way, to start thinking in a scarce way, like there aren't enough resources out there for me to actually start making money from this business. And for example, if you guys watch The Office, I'm a huge fan of The Office, and you can see that all the salesmen, when Michael, so spoiler alert for those who haven't watched the some of the later seasons, like I don't know, 5th or 6th. So spoiler alert. So when Michael is about to leave or something, so every salesperson is competing for Michael's position as a branch manager. Like there's Phyllis, there is Jim, there's Dwight, there's Andy, and Daryl. So many people are just competing for that one position, and this happens in literally every single company, right? Like there's one CEO, there's one branch manager, there's one area manager, there's just one of the top positions. So, and if you've spent your entire life in a 9-to-5 environment, it becomes very easy to look at things with a scarcity mindset. But in the business world, it doesn't work like that. You get to be your own boss, and you get to build your own audience. And it's a very positive way to approach things once you start thinking to have your own business. Because once you start looking at things from an abundance mindset, you don't have all that negative energy and the anxiety of losing. This is very important. Like if just thinking about having your own business, or just thinking about selling SVGs gives you anxiety or the fear of losing and all those negative things, if you just switch to an abundance mindset, you will see instantly you'll start looking at the things in a positive way. Instead of hating on the competitors, you would want everyone to win. You actually start feeling secure about yourself, and you actually get excited to work on your SVG business, because deep down you know there are enough resources for every single person out there. There are enough opportunities. So you start thinking, you start doing things in your complete approach changes. Like if you want to sell SVGs, instead of just sitting there and brooding about the market being too saturated, you actually start doing the work, doing the market research. What's in demand right now? What are people looking for? If you start looking at things with facts and figures, you'll see that there is so much demand for there's so much demand for so many different kind of SVGs. If you just go on Google, you will see how many people are looking for a certain type of SVGs, and all that. You can start looking at things with actual numbers, which will tell you what's going to be successful and what's not going to be successful. So once you completely change your mindset, things will start getting much better. So the question is, how do you cultivate an abundance mindset? So I'm going to share with you 3 different ways of cultivating an abundance mindset. So first and foremost, what you need to do is stop the negative self-talk. Stop it. Just stop it right away. So what you can do, this can be a very good exercise. You can just grab a paper, or just grab your journal or notebook like this, and fold the page into half, or you can grab a ruler to draw a line in the center. Just fold it like this, and on one side I want you to write all your negative thoughts. And on the other side, you need to write all your positive thoughts, counter positive thoughts. So let's say, for example, right now you're thinking the market is too saturated. So write it down over here in the first column. The market is too saturated. And in the second column, you're gonna write the SVG industry is booming. There are new cutting machine companies popping right and left. So there's always room for more SVGs. Think about the fact that the global cutting machine market will be worth $4.9 billion by 2026. $4.9 billion. It's just gonna grow and grow. So write it down in the second column that the market SVG industry is booming. It's gonna be worth $4.9 billion by 2026. That means more people are going to be buying the machines, more people are going to be wanting the SVGs. So there is a lot of there's like a huge opportunity for you out there. Secondly, you need to, and the second point that you can write here is stop thinking that you cannot get ahead because others are better than you. This is another negative kind of mindset issue that a lot of people have. Instead, replace this thought with I can be an expert too if I follow the right steps and I do the hard work. Got it? So any kind of negative thoughts you have, you can write down in the first column and then think about the positive, counter positive thought and write it in the second column. And do this every day and you will see that your mindset starts shifting slowly and gradually. Second thing you need to do is practice gratitude. And I cannot emphasize this enough. This has helped me so much in being successful in working with my mindset issues, with working with my insecurities. Like every single morning I write down 3 things that I'm grateful for, and starting my day with just this positive affirmation and all that confidence building really helps me in seeing my powers, in helping me feel secure about myself, and just starting the day from a place of gratitude and positivity and thankfulness. It just gives you this ultra boost in the beginning of the day. And this will also put you in the driver's seat, and it will restore your confidence in yourself. It will help you in identifying your superpowers and how you can use your expertise and perspective to create a completely unique style of SVGs. Like every single person out there has some unique abilities, some unique interests, and you can always tap into those interests and start creating a new line of SVGs. For example, if you're a nurse, you can start creating nurse related SVGs, nurse quotes, or designs that would resonate with nurses and patients, like because your experience has taught you, your interactions and your experiences make you the person that you are. And once you start bringing those kind of things in your designs, you can see that it's very easy to build your own group of people, own audience, and start selling to them, start making money by just selling to them. For example, if you are someone who is an equestrian, you can start making equestrian based SVGs. Like there are so many different things you can do just by thinking, just by adopting this abundance mindset. And lastly, this is very important. Stop comparing yourself to others. Like everyone's superpower is different. We are all gifted in different ways. We all have different goals. We have different milestones that we'd like to achieve. Your goal might be to pay off your home loan. Someone else's goal might be just to go on a luxury trip. Like your goal might be to make 100K from SVGs. This other person's goal might be to make 30K from SVGs. So everyone's goal is different. So instead of looking at other people, focus on your journey, your story, your goals. What do you want to achieve at the end of this year? Where do you want to be at the end of this year? Get rid of all the distraction. And once you are laser focused on your own goals, you won't have the time to look at other people. You can just put the blinders on, get your head into the work, and just keep working. Once you stop comparing yourself, it will be very easy to be successful. Because once you start looking here and there what other people are doing instead of what you have to do, it just it's just a snowball effect, and then you start building all those negative energy. Like she's gonna be so successful, she's making so many sales, this and that, and blah blah blah. So and once you get caught in that, you start losing your motivation, and next thing you know, your business falls down. Your business, you lose all your sales. You start losing motivation to design. You start losing motivation to upload your designs or do the work. It just has a very negative effect. Another way to focus on yourself is by doing a weekly, monthly, quarterly, and yearly evaluation of yourself. Where was I last year and where am I now? How much progress have I made in this month? How many designs have I sold in this month? How many designs did I sell in this quarter? Excuse me. So all these are different ways of trying to focus on yourself instead of looking at other people, because everyone's journey is different. And if you see that you're stuck at the same place for the last 1 to 2 years, you need to really work on yourself instead of looking at other people. So these are just 3 ways of building an abundance mindset so that you can be a successful SVG designer. So the thing is, like, it's very easy to not give credit to ourselves and forget that we ourselves are quite talented, especially as crafters. So doing these exercises is a great way to remind yourself of how awesome you are doing just by being yourself. And choose your thoughts and intentions carefully, as they'll subconsciously help you create the life that you want. If you're always thinking negatively, you'll see how demotivating it is for you. You won't feel like taking any action. You'll just be sitting in your own bubble with all those negative energy around you. But once you start looking at things in a positive way with an abundance mindset, you'll see that you'll feel super motivated to get out there and do your thing. So focus on lack and you'll probably get it, but if you focus on wealth and success, you'll be much more likely to get it as well. So if you want to make 10K from SVGs, $10,000 from SVGs in the next 12 months by just working 1 to 2 hours a day, sign up for my free masterclass, jab.svg.superstar, where I will show you how to start an SVG business the right way. All right, so if you guys have any questions, you can post them once this video is on my feed, and I will get back to you right away. And I'll see you guys in my next live, and that is gonna be about the cost of DIYing your way to creating and selling SVG cut files. I am not sure about that. You can talk to the Cricut customer service regarding that. All right, thank you so much for joining me today. I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.